Welcome to the channel of Digital to Real. Today we are going to design a BCD ripple counter, which is also called a decade counter. What do you mean by decade? We will have 10 states. A sequence of 10 states will be there, and after the 10th state, the state diagram will move to 0 again. Here the state diagram or the 10 states I have shown. 10 state 0 0 0 0 to 0 0 0 1, 0 0 1 0, 0 0 1 1, 0 1 0 0, 0 0 1 0 1, 0 1 1 0, 0 1 1 1. 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 and back to all 4 zeros. Actually, the BCD ripple counter is same as binary counter, except that with 4 bits we can have 16 state in binary counter, while in ripple counter we have only 10 states 0 to 9. From 10 to 15 states I don't care in ripple counter. We don't use them. Now, while designing a ripple counter, we need to decide on what type of flip-flop we will use. We use the complementing flip-flop. That is, T flip-flop is complementing in nature. That is toggle flip-flop. And the JK flip-flop. That is also complementing in nature when both the inputs are 1. Now, number of flip-flop needed to represent each stage of the state diagram. We found it as 4 because 4 bits are needed in order to 4 bits are needed in binary to write the number 9. Okay, that is 1001 in base 2. Okay, but we have this equation to find out how many flip-flops are needed to represent each stage of the flip-flop. 2 raised to small n should be greater than equal to capital N, when capital N is called the mode of the counter. Suppose this is mode 10 counter, mode 4 counter, mode 6 counter. Means for mode n counter we can count from 0 to n minus 1. For us, it is a mode 10 counter because we are counting from 0 to 9. Okay, so n is 10 and 2 raised to n should be greater than equal to 10. When n is equal to 4, 2 raised to 4 is coming as 16. 16 is greater than 10. So, 4 bits are needed or 4 flip-flops are needed to represent each stage. We can try with n is equal to 3 also, but 2 raised to 3 is 8. 8 is smaller than 10. So, 3 bits won't suffice. Now, flip-flop which are used actually are negative edge triggered flip-flop. What is negative edge triggered? When the count pulses goes from 1 to 0, when the transition happens from 1 to 0, then only the flip-flop are triggered. CP stand for count pulses, or CP you can use it for clock pulses also. When the transition happens from 1 to 0, flip-flops are triggered. Another very important point to be noted is that a ripple counter is an asynchronous sequential circuit. Asynchronous, okay? So they cannot be described by the Boolean equations. The Boolean equation we use, writing the truth table, then K-map, deriving the circuit, those things we cannot do in case of asynchronous sequential circuit. Now, in order to design the decade or the BCD ripple counter, few points we need to consider, few conditions of the flip-flop transition we need to consider. So, the following are the conditions for each flip-flop state transition. Now, we have 4 bits. So, what would be the weight? Q8, Q4, Q2, Q1. Now, I am talking about the Q1. That is the lowest significant bit. So, Q1 is complemented on negative edge of every count pulse. whenever the transition happens for CP, 1 to 0 transition, okay, the JK flip-flop is complemented because JK flip-flop has 1 input. Now the condition 2, Q2, that is the second most significant bit. Q2 is the second most significant bit. Q2 is complemented if Q8 is 0 and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. Q2 is complemented if Q8 is 0 and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. What is the condition? You see, 4-bit value Q8, Q2 is complete, Q8 is 0, 0. Okay, other 3-bit 1, 1, 1. So 1 to 0 transition happens. 1 to 0 transition happen, Q2 will go to 0, 0, 1. Or even we can consider all the values till 0 to 7, where Q8 is 0. Okay, whenever Q1 is going from 1 to 0, Q2 is getting complemented. Okay, just like again I want to write 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. Here 1 to 0 transition happen for Q1, Q2 is complemented. 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, again 1 to 0 transition happen, Q2 is complemented. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, again the Q1 is complemented. Q1 transition happens from 1 to 0, Q2 is complemented. Okay, so Q2 is complemented if Q8 is 0. Okay, and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. So first condition is clear to me. Then Q2 is cleared if Q8 is 1 and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. Now this is the value of 9. The maximum count value we can have for a mode 10 counter, that is the decimal 9. So the binary value 1010, that is the 10, is not possible. So when Q8 is 1 and Q1 is going from 1 to 0, Q2 is cleared. Means this state does not happen. Hope I am able to make you understand this condition. Next, let's move to the next condition. Q4 is complemented when the Q2 goes from 1 to 0. So the Q2 transition is happening 1 to 0, that is connected to the CP input of the JK flip-flop. Okay, this is connected to the CP input of the JK flip-flop. And this one is 1, 1. Both the inputs J and K are 1, 1. So Q2 goes from 1 to 0, Q4 is complemented. This condition is quite easy. Now the Q8. Q8 is complemented when Q4, Q2 equal to 1, 1 and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. Q8 is complemented when Q4, Q2 is equal to 1, 1. What is the condition? For the value 7. Value 7, Q8 is complemented when Q4 and Q2 are 1, 1 and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. That is, we can have this 8 condition for the mode 10 counter. Second line, Q8 is cleared. Q8 is cleared if either Q4 or Q2 is 0 and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. We can write out the condition after 9. What are the combinations of the 4-bit? Okay, happens of the value 9. That is 1010, 1011, 1100, 1101. Okay, then 1110 and 1111. These are the conditions. Happen 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. These are the 6 conditions which I don't care actually for the BCD ripple counter. Okay. Now in this condition you see, these are the conditions which are not possible. So Q8 is clear, means this after 1001 this transition will never happen. This state will never come. Because for all these states, Q2 and this one is the Q4. Q2 or Q4 is 0. Q4 or Q2 is 0, means here this state Q2 is 0. This state Q4 is 0. And 0 to 1 transition happens here. So this will not happen. 1 to 0 transition we want. So how we have put here, this is the JK flip-flop. This is the clock input. Clock input is connected to Q1 condition. Q8 is cleared if either Q4 or Q2 is 0 and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. So we have to nullify all the conditions. For all the conditions we have to put Q8 is equal to 0. So Q4, Q2 going to the AND gate. Okay, and it is coming to J input. So if either Q2 or either Q4 is 0, J is 0, it will clear the Q8. Okay, for this condition, this condition, this condition, this condition, we are going to have 0 at Q8. So they won't happen. And 1 to 0 transition is if either is 0 and Q1 goes from 1 to 0. Obviously, when Q1 is going from 1 to 0, then only the JK flip-flop will get triggered and the transition can happen. Whatever J is there, that will go to Q8. So when is the transition happening? 1 to 0. Here it is happening 1 to 0. Here it is happening 1 to 0. Here it is happening. Whenever the 1 to 0 transition is happening, okay, here it is 0, Q2 is 0, Q8 is 0. Again 1 to 0 transition is happening, Q4 is 0, Q8 is 0. Okay, and 1 to 0 transition is happening. Here also Q8 is, Q4 is 0, 1 to 0 is transition is happening, Q4 is 0 and Q2 is also 0 and this is going to 0. Just I want to recall that we are going through all the conditions because it is an asynchronous counter, and in asynchronous counter Boolean equation we cannot use. So we have to find all the possible conditions in which the transition from 9 to 10 does not happen in the binary value of 4 bits. Okay, we have to look for all the conditions. So whatever the conditions I have told, now I have put all together. All the JK flip-flops are cascaded. So here it is the Q1, JK input both 1, 1. This is the clock input. Going from the transition is happening 1 to 0. Negative transition. Here is the Q1. Q1 is going to the input of second flip-flop. Okay. This is the first flip-flop, second flip-flop. I have put the weight actually. The weight, the flip-flop which has the weight 2. Okay. Here also Q1 is going. Whenever the 1 to 0 transition is happening. Okay. And all the conditions I have mentioned from Q2. That is, J is connected to not of Q8. Not of Q8. Why not of Q8? Because Q8 is, if the Q8 is 1 and Q8 is 1, then here it will be 0. So complementing output will come. Here Q will be 0. Q8 output would be 0. And it will come here 0 and it will clear the Q2 because it will clear the Q2. And if it is 0 and if this one is Q8 is 0, Q8 bar is 1. Q8 bar 1 will 1 input complement. Whenever the transition will happen from 1 to 0 for Q1, Q2 will get complemented. This is the condition actually for, if you understand, this is the condition from 0 to 7. Zero to 7. 0 to 7, Q2 can be complemented. Whenever it comes from 1 0 0 1 to transition 1 0 1 0, that will not happen. Now Q1 is toggling whenever the 1 to 0 transition is happening. Okay. Q2, the transitions which I have 1 to 0 transition or all the conditions which I have put. It will toggle from 1 to 0 till the point 7 value. 1 to 0, whenever the 1 to 0 transition will happen for Q1, 1 to 0 transition happen for Q1, Q2 will toggle till the point 7. But after that, here at this point, no toggling will happen. It will remain at 0. This is the condition where 1, 0, 0, 1. 9 value is coming. Okay. Now Q4 will toggle whenever the Q2 toggles from 1 to 0. Correct? Q4 will toggle. Correct? Now last is the Q8 condition. Q8 condition is given here. It is 0 whenever the Q4 transition happen from 1 to 0. Okay. That is after 7 value 0, 1, 1, 1. It is 1, 0, 0. That is the value of 8. Value of 8. Q8 is 1. 1 to 0 transition, Q8 has become 1. Okay. Now after this condition 1, 0, 0, 1, the Q8 will become again 0. This is all 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is the timing diagram of the decimal diagram. Hope I am able to make you understand the ripple counter. If you like the video, if you found it informative, please share it and please subscribe the channel. Okay? Have a nice day. Bye bye.